What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to yet another new series. This time I'm playing against Masters and Grandmasters in an attempt to get to the top 100 yet again. All of the matches will be played on the classic Risk map, and to make them more difficult, I'm going to do them all with progressive cards. My goal is to reach the top 100 in the fewest number of games. I'm currently around 700 or 600 rank, and on my first turn I was able to get Australia, and then as you saw, red decided to attack me 7-on-7. Of course he lost, and that was a very risky and poor decision for red. Continents are not as important in progressive as they are in fixed, but it is really good to get them in the beginning on your first turn, because that can give you a huge lead over your opponents who don't have continents. Another important thing to note here is that this game is being played with blizzards, meaning that Africa, South America, and Europe could, in theory, be very good to get. Green already went with that idea because he only needs to guard it with 2 instead of 3 borders. And purple got South America with only 1 border. So that was a really good play by both of them. Congrats. Hats off to you guys. Now, even though I have a continent, I don't see myself having an advantage here because I only have 2 places. One in Australia and another position in Asia, but if you really think about it, it's only 1 place because the 2 places are separated by only 2 territories. So basically anyone will be able to access me if they have an army located around Asia and the entrance to Australia through Siam. The only player weaker than I am is red. He was much weaker than I am because he pretty much gave up all hope of winning when he attacked me in the beginning. 7-against-7. That was his biggest blunder, and will certainly cost him this game because he's only in 1 place, and not only that, he is the weakest out of all of us. So if he ends up winning this game, that would be truly a miracle. So this is just the beginning stages of the game. We're getting our cards and getting ready for when the sets become worth it to try to take out someone. It is up to the continent holding players, that is me, green, and purple, to decide for the rest of the players, black, orange, and red, who we will decide to take out first, because they are currently the weakest 3, not having a continent, and only being in a few places. But if you look at it closely, red and black are only in 1 place, while orange surprisingly has 2 places, but is still quite weak. One more thing to note is that being that I was the first player out of the 6, I chose to skip my card because I wanted to get the highest value trade in and try to turn in my set last out of the 6, because I was afraid that if I turned it in first and only gotten 4 troops, then that would have definitely made me a target for the rest of the players going forward. However, I did not think that I could survive to my 5th card, so I decided to trade in my set even though it was only worth 4. Now, fortunately enough for me, while I do believe that was the correct decision, and I'm pretty sure, very sure actually, that I probably would have not survived had I not traded in that set. Luckily enough for me, I actually, on my very next card, got a wild card, which guarantees me a set on 3 my next turn. With the wild card, I'm guaranteed to survive another turn, and not only that, there's also a chance that I might be able to try to go for someone. In the meantime, Red makes another huge mistake when he decided to take out purple from South America and take it for himself. That was a mistake because it pretty much gave away purple to green, but green, for whatever reason, did decide to take out purple for his 4 cards. If he had done that, then he would have gotten a set, been able to trade that in, and maybe gone for someone else, but for whatever reason, green was not smart enough to do that, allowing the purple player to take out red and ensure that he will survive for at least another round. So in the span of 2 turns, we are already down to our 5 remaining players: purple, black, orange, green, and myself. At this point, I can't go for anyone, so I continue just getting my card and making sure that I am ready to strike when it's time. This part was really funny because the orange player was staring down black, and if he had gone for it, he would have been able to trade a set in, but that would have been a huge chance that could have gone very wrong, and definitely would have been a mistake if he had tried to go for it, so he wisely chose not to try to go for black. On the black player's turn, he decided to take out purple, or he tried to take out purple from the Americas, but he failed epically, and I'm glad that he failed to take him out from Brazil, because this made it so that green would need to go through black if he'd wanted to take out purple. In any case, we can't really expect much from green at this point. If he failed taking out purple when he was that easy to take out with only like 2 territories, there's no way he's going to go for purple when he's spread out so much. And purple surprisingly chose to take out orange that turn. It didn't give him his set, so that's why I thought it was a very risky move by purple, but he is well spread out, and when I traded my set in, good or as true to what his rank is. And it also shows that anyone can get to master with just a little bit of practice. Finally, the purple player takes out a player and gets his sets after doing it. He decided to take out black. Black was, for his part, trying to not get any more cards and make it impossible for it to be worth to take him out. However, he was still very weak, and 2 cards was worth it for the purple player. I keep being very fortunate in getting my set on 3, and it helped me to break through some of purple's continents, but I didn't decide to take him out, not only because I wouldn't get a trade in, but also because I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% sure that that would definitely have lost me the game to green. So I decided not to do that and wait and see when the time is right to go for purple or green for that matter, and then try to win against whoever is left in the 1 versus 1 end game. Speaking of end games, now is my chance to take out purple and then trade in my cards. It's going to be a very risky plan because after taking out purple, the green player still has a lot of troops, let's not forget. But I am going to get a trade in, and now you're all going to witness the power of the attacker's advantage. I lost 90, he lost 118. That was a very good blitz roll. I also got a very good blitz roll when attacking and taking out the purple player. So now it's down to us. Me versus green, the player who failed to take out the purple player not once, but twice on 2 different occasions in this game. Not only that, he is also definitely the slowest player out of the 6 of us. Now I had to speed up this part 3 times as fast for the green player and only 2 times as fast for me, just to make it look like we are attacking at the same pace, which just comes to show how slow the green player really is. At this point, I was pretty nervous because he's almost going to be able to take me out with only 4, now 3 territories, but he failed. And now I got my set at 4, and it's game over for the green player. Because now I will be able to almost fully take him out. But that's not the point. The point is I have more troops than him, more territories than him, and I will be able to hold on to some of these continents. With my remaining time, I made sure to fortify to Ukraine, which means that I will be able to hold on to both North America and Europe, as well as Australia, because he failed horribly to even break through anything and not even get a card, which guarantees my victory. If not on this turn, I will definitely win on the next turn, because now all I have to do is fortify, and he doesn't have a set because he didn't even get a card on that turn to get a set. I have a set at 3, not that it matters, just for the fun of it. I traded it in and got the victory. Here is proof of the 5 masters. Thanks for watching.